Tellemtribe Tarot. Daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with another love reading because you know we love talking about love at Tellemtribe Tarot. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Booking a personal reading is simple. I tell you in every video that you need to go to my website and the link is in the description. You heard? If you have any questions, you can DM me on any of my social networks. The name is absolutely the same. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. So in this reading, we're going to start with a message from your angels. So Spirit, please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. So the numbers 65655. Okay. So number 655, and this is what we're going to base the reading on, or at least to get the energy of the reading from. So 655 says, self-power, be your own advocate. Try not to outsource your own power. As things present themselves to you rapidly, be mindful of what you delegate and to whom. Pay attention to where you may be doing this in your life right now and pause to reflect how you can be helpful without giving your control away. So you may be allowing people to take advantage, and that comes from a source. All that shit just fell on the floor. It's okay. But that comes from a source of insecurities. Being afraid to speak up for yourself, a power struggle between you and someone who may have more of an aggressive personality. This could be in a professional relationship, or it could be in a personal relationship with a friend, or it can even be in an intimate relationship with someone. Just giving your power away, allowing them to take control and allowing them to gauge the way how things should be, and making you feel uncomfortable in the situation on a constant basis, which is why you're here trying to figure out what the hell you should do next, because you are tired of giving your power away. Or maybe this is a acknowledgement or confirmation for someone to know, hey, this is what's happening, because sometimes in the middle of the situation, you may not realize that you're giving your power away. Okay, so that's that. We're starting it off there, and now let's get into this love reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards from each of these decks to see what you need to know right now, Gemini, in a situation where you may be giving your power away. You may be giving yourself away too quickly as well, Gemini. Giving too much of yourself too soon in an effort to bond, to connect, right? So that may resonate with someone. Channel messages. Spirit channel messages. You may be seeing the numbers 333 quite often. Every time you look at the clock, it's 333. Every time you look somewhere, it's 33rd Street, 33rd Avenue. The number 3, like you probably playing that number quite often. And 2 is a crowd, 3 is a company. 3 is a company, 2 is a crowd. Wait, 2 is a crowd, 3 is a company. Whatever that is. Also, the color blue, the color black, mauve, incomplete sentences, stop yelling at me. Someone may feel that they're being yelled at recently about something, and you had to let someone know, stop yelling at me. And this came out in a way that wasn't planned. It was like a blurt out because you were afraid to speak. So it could be that power struggle. Let's get more into that. I don't have any more. I don't feel anything else. All right. So I want you to choose. Gossip only hurts more. I want to get you drunk. Interesting. I want you to choose. Gossip only hurts more. I want to get you drunk. So you could be having power struggles with each of these, because I think each are respective of the other. A situation where someone, this is your energy, Gemini, where you're giving your power away, telling someone you want them to make the decision, giving your power away. And then there's a situation where you may be confiding in someone that you probably shouldn't necessarily be trusting, and they're relaying information about what you're saying to someone else and it's hurtful. Gossiping about a situation, or being around someone who takes control of the situation to put you in a predicament where you're listening to gossip, makes you just as guilty as the person who is gossiping. And then there's the energy of, I want to get you drunk. So it could be someone who has a crush on you. They probably never even relayed this information to you as yet, or this could be something that's happening in the near future. Feel like someone meeting up at a bar or at a party, or just a regular get together, and someone is thinking, I want to get you drunk. Or you may very well think that. So there's a celebration that's coming up, and you may be in a situation where someone wants to get you drunk, or this could be you and your person, something that you text recently, or you whispered, or something sexy to say to them, or this is a new person that's coming in to tell you this. It could have happened or it didn't happen as yet, but that's the channeled messages for that. It's a little sketchy because each one is respective of the other, but this one is definitely with regards to this reading, talking about I want you to choose, which is giving your power away. Let's pull a couple of these and see what's going on. Oh, these two came out. So mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So this is gauging more towards you giving your power away to a connection that is not serving you any longer, and you could be in the process of trying to figure out how you're going to disconnect from the situation, making a clean break, and realizing that the energy that you put in is just as much as the other person's, meaning that you probably were reflecting each other and you were attracted to each other for toxic reasons. Difficult to say right now, so we're going to get some more insight on that. Let's see what deck we should use. I'm going to go with this one. Spirit, please provide me with the guided messages for the Gemini collective. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini and this power struggle that they got going on. I'm so annoyed that this went out, but that's fine. You're going to get out the way then. We're going to put this here. Get this out the way. All right. So Gemini, I feel like you want to be, I feel an energy like you want to be in control, but you just don't know how. This flew out, so I'm going to go with this, the Nine of Pentacles. That's the overall energy or the situation. So Gemini, you coming up right now. So you could be, you're in this, oh, I feel like you're in this, you might have gotten like a raise recently. Your financial situation in these past few readings has been great. So what this is telling me is that you've been on top of your finances. You've been paying attention to your financial future, doing things that would set you up for a great financial future, whether it be for yourself and your family, or you're just making sure that you're on point. And I feel like whomever you're with, if they're not rightfully aligned, like you're not aligned at the same time, on the same energetic length as far as self-empowerment, because the thing about it is you want more for yourself, and you thought that by doing whatever it is that you're doing for yourself, it will inspire whomever you're with to match that energy. So there's a possibility that your person, or the person that you thought you wanted to, you know, do life with, may not be matching your energy. The Page of Pentacles, so definitely monetary situation, and the challenge is them seeing their potential, them not being as grounded as you are, or being a distraction, just being full of ideas, but not enough action towards those ideas. I'm gonna go with the one that's trying to be covered, this one. And then the Four of Wands is the advice. So this advice is really straightforward and simple. And it's, Gemini, do what makes you feel good. Because I feel like you, in this connection that you may be thinking of, or even if you're single right now, in the past, you have made a lot of decisions based on how your person may feel, or how other people may be affected by the decisions that you'd make. And I feel like now that you're coming to terms with how you want your life to look and how you want your life to be, you're on this zero tolerance policy. Even though you may be a little fearful of enforcing that policy, I feel like your environment is pushing you towards being more confident. And I say that like this, with the Nine of Pentacles, the things that you're achieving is giving you more confidence. And that's where you're at with it. And that's why you're getting to this point where you're realizing that you may have given your power away a lot. And now that you're coming up in this way, you're realizing that the tables are turning and you're being put in a different position, and you're being repositioned basically. And anyone that does not align with that is going to look like your ops. They're going to look like someone who was placed to dismantle your situation, when in actuality, they just aren't aligned and they're slowing you down. Now, who's to say someone cannot grow with you and learn how to achieve the things that you're doing? Because it's not all about, oh, I'm coming up and anybody who ain't on my level, just leave them behind, son. It's not necessarily that. It's just that you guys started at the same, y'all got the same 24 hours basically. And you're using your time more wisely now, because this wasn't always your energy. I feel like you were inspired by the difficult things that you've been through, and it's paying off. And it's coming to this point where you're looking at whomever that you're with, or whoever you decide on, you expect them to match your energy. And I feel like the challenge with that is people are inspired by your energy, but they don't know how to receive it. And that's why you always end up, showing them a mirror like, yo, this is you. And then you looking at the mirror like, this is me. And then this is what I came with. This is what I'm showing you. And then you end up stifling who you are for a little bit, trying to get them to your level. And then the cycle continues where you kind of lose yourself a little bit. And then they're trying to catch up to what you're doing energetically, when energetically they didn't necessarily match you to begin with. And then the cycle ends, the relationship is over, and then you're like back to the zero tolerance policy, but then you meet that same type of energy again. So let's see what else we could get up out of this. The Fool. So the situation is going to be changing now, Gemini. So with the Nine of Pentacles and you finalizing things in your life, you setting the groundwork, like you're investing in you wholeheartedly and trying to figure out what you want next, and basically ripping a page out of your book and saying, okay, or better yet, closing chapters and opening new ones and saying, I want to start afresh and do this thing the right way. And then you're looking at anything that doesn't coincide with that as a direct threat. But now you're being challenged to speak up about that, because you may have people coming back from the past. Let's see what the challenge in addition to that is. Yeah, people, the devil, people coming back from the past with the same energy of the past, not changing. You may have because of this new light that's radiating from you, you're attracting new people, new and experiences, things that you yourself sometimes can't even believe are happening to you. But in the same breath, people are coming back like, I messed up and can we be cool, and trying to slither their way back into your situation. And you being with that big heart of yours, Gemini, ignoring the fact that yo, you got left in the past for a reason. You're opening up this new chapter in your life. Inviting that energy back in is only going to have you learning the same lessons again, but probably more harsh, because you had retrospect. You had hindsight. Have hindsight in your favor now. It's not like it's a brand new situation and an experience that you've never had before, and like you don't know what to do. You have hindsight, knowing how this situation was with this person or this experience. So you should not be jumping into situations that's going to take you through challenges that you've advanced. It's like playing a video game, meeting the checkpoints, and then purposely going back to the first checkpoint even though you got the doors open for the next level. It's just like, it's asinine. It doesn't make any sense. So the advice with that is the Four of Pentacles. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's saying that you have to be selfish with your time, selfish with the way how you show your life. Don't put everything out on Front Street for people to take part in. It's not telling you to be an asshole, but it's telling you to be to have a scarcity approach to people who are trying to double back, and also applying the lessons of the past and being selfish with your energy to those people who couldn't appreciate it in the first place. You have to have some kind of cap on the way how you approach these types of situations. Going back with the same type of actions of the past is only going to get you the same results from the past. You feel what I'm saying, Gemini? What else does Gemini need to know? So Five of Swords came out in reverse. The Tower and the Nine of Swords. This is evident with the Moon on the bottom of the deck. You ignoring anything. Pisces energy as well. You ignoring the things, the lessons that you've learned, basically, is what I'm saying, will cause you to be back in that same cycle. And it's playing out right here, where the energy, the overall energy would be you going back and forth energetically, being mentally unstable or instability, mental instability, for no reason. Rehashing things that are done. And then creating havoc with the Tower. Overbearing yourself with unnecessary strife when you know what the end game is. Game over. And then the advice for that is pretty much, it's always the same. Four of Wands telling you, you deserve a beautiful life. You deserve happiness. You deserve to give yourself the things that you have worked towards, and stop allowing the past to rehash, to come in trying to drag you back into an old cycle with this Devil card. And then the Four of Pentacles telling you to be selfish with that time and be cautious of the things that you indulge in. The things that you're working towards are bigger than you can fathom, and allowing people who don't appreciate that to indulge in your presence and your energy and take that for granted over and over again is giving your power away. And then here it's saying, if you don't do these things, this is what the end result is going to be. An energy of Five of Swords, always in conflict, always with a goddamn problem. Especially keeping people around who always got problems. Every time you call their ass, or every time they call you, they need something. That's why the Four of Pentacles is here. It's like, yo, sometimes you got to say no. And you got to just give people enough rope to hang themselves. How much help can you be? Who are you? Like, you're not the bank. You're not Mother Teresa. You're a god. You're a goddess. You're a beautiful being that deserves to be treated in a way that you treat others. But sometimes you have to say the fuck no. And say it like that. The fuck no. Come on. Like, when are you going to take some responsibility for your own actions? And the advice on that is the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is saying that you will be in grief, financial grief, mental grief, energetic grief, if you constantly revisit shit that is over with. And I feel like your spirit guides are wanting you to dispel, like to expel something from your life, exile something from your life. It's telling you this. The relationship is over. That situation is over. Trying to rehash something. These readings have been pretty consistent. And because I speak to Geminis all the time, these readings, they kind of stitch together, if you haven't noticed. And it's giving you this one energy is just like, yo, let this shit the fuck go, man. Like, I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, the cards are just saying, let this shit go. You got some new shit coming your way with the Fool card. You about to start a whole ass new journey. And you might have doubled back and did some shit recently, because the Devil card came as a challenge on round two of these, on round two of the pull, saying like you might have invited some shit back into your life that you shouldn't have. Or you might have considered it. And if you were considering, your spirit guides are like, yo, this shit is over, game over. Like, how many times do you want your guides to say no? And how many times do you think they gonna look out for the same shit? Sometimes you gotta learn, you know, a hard head make a soft ass, right? Or however the hell that shit go, because you gonna bust your ass. So I just feel like the message is evident, Gemini. I am going to pull a final card for you from this little cute little heart deck that I have. And that's going to be the reading. But I feel like you know what you got to do, because your life is changing. It might not feel like that right now, but every day you're evolving with all the challenges that you're experiencing. And you're not supposed to be struggling mentally over things that you've experienced already, because you're growing through these transitions and you're supposed to be learning from them. So if you're revisiting a lesson from the past, it's because you haven't learned, and you're going to learn it a lot harder this time. And I don't think you want that. So, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. In other words, you are away from someone right now. I feel like your future person, if that is what the universe wants for you, and that is what you deeply want for yourself, I feel like your future person is speaking to you, saying, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. That's your future person speaking to you. The past needs to be the past, love, and you just got to let that be. Don't let me have to double back and tell y'all this shit again, okay? All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Turn on post notifications so you can be in tune with what we got going on. Join the channel membership. It's $10 a month, but it's worth it. It's better than cable. It's better than Netflix. It's better than your Fire Stick. This is your livelihood and your life. You get your special membership badge, free readings at that. All kind of shit. Whatever the list of shit it says on there, that's what you get. But fact of the matter is, this is a safe space for my tribe, and I appreciate y'all for vibing with me time and time again. Really take heed to the message here, because somebody needed to feel this. Somebody needs to hear this. I feel an anxious spirit. It has me feeling anxious, and I really need you to take heed, okay? Love and light to you, and until next time, tribe.